back to Adornment with Adrienne. Today I'm creating a mesh, Deco Mesh fall door swag or wreath. It can be used as a centerpiece. It's really great, and we're going to be using a 5-gallon paint stick with some Chanels to do this. So welcome back to Adornment with Adrienne. Alright Adorners, so this is going to be just a quick tutorial of what you can do to make and create these beautiful fall swags or centerpieces. Alright, so you need one 5-gallon 21-inch paint stick. You can get this at your local Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. Usually you can find them in packs of 3. Okay, they're 21 inches long. The ones at the Home Depot, some of them, if they're not in a pack, you get them from the counter. They will have writing on them, so you want to be careful. You may not want the writing on the back. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and glued my Chanel stems. These I picked up at the Dollar Tree. They come about 45 in a pack. I've glued them. I have 5 different sections, okay, and I've glued them 2 on the side, like 1 on the side, each side, 1 on each side, and 1 in the middle, okay? And this is a technique where we're going to use our Deco Mesh. I may post the other videos that I did that have all the supplies in it and everything like that, so you can see that as well. Let's see, and I have used my hot glue gun and glued each area section down so it's not moving around, front and back, okay, front and back. Now I have a beautiful Deco Mesh that I was blessed with from Joann's Craft Supplies. I'm so thankful for it, and here we go. All right, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a crumple really quickly. Okay, Adorners, so in order to make our crumple, we're going to roll our mesh, and be careful of fraying at the ends with the mesh here. Okay, so we're going to roll our mesh maybe 1 or 2, 3 times over itself here like this. All right, and then we are going to add a chip clip, turn it over. And then we are going to walk it to the other side. All right, so basically just going to roll like we did on this side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, and then we're just going to walk this back together. Okay, and basically we're going to pinch it in the middle. We're going to pinch it in the middle. All right, and we have our, we're going to pinch it in the middle, and then we have our ruffle. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do from there. From there, we have, let's say, I'm just doing this really quickly, but we have our ruffle, or crumple, a lot of people call it a cruffle. People are calling them all kinds of stuff. All right, but then when we have our pipe cleaners here, we're just going to place this one into, let's say we just use our center. So I place it in the center. Let me show you again. Here, place into the center of our pipe cleaners or Chanel stems. And then we're gonna twist it about 3 or 4 times. Okay, we're gonna twist it about 3 or 4 times. And this gives us a nice display. And then we can do it again and put it on each side. We can do this again, side, side, middle, side, side, middle, all the way down. Okay, and once we have our mesh and our wreath filled in, then we're going to add in some of our, like I said, I have some pine cones, and I have a pick, let's see, that I got at my local Joann. I have a pick that I got at my local Joann, really cute, and maybe a few other things, but that's what I have to add into it. So let me go ahead and finish this mesh wreath. Let me finish placing the mesh on, and I'll be right back. Okay, Adorners, so I've gone ahead and I've added our mesh to our wreath or our paint stick. And so I have one more here at the bottom. Let me show you again how we do our crumple. All right, remember when you have this mesh, it can fray, all right? And so, which means it's kind of sticking to each other, it's sticking to itself. All right, so we want to roll. All right, so we want to roll over, kind of fold over, maybe 2 or 3 times. 2, 3 itself. All right, and then we want to clip with a chip clip or any kind of clip that you might have. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. This is about, like I said, about 22 inches, this mesh. And I'm going to link the video where I have all the supplies and everything like that. All right, so I'm going to roll this over, and then I'm just going to walk this to me in the center. All right, I'm just going to walk it to me just really quickly. Just walking it on over to me really quickly. And then clip in the center. Basically clip it in the center. All right. And then we're going to add it to our wreath. All right. And so because I have this one in the center here, I'm going to add this mesh to the center, to the pipe cleaner in the center. All right. Where we have it held in the middle is where our pipe cleaner goes. All right. And then we're going to twist it around to tighten. Twist it around to tighten it as much as you can. Right, and then we're gonna make sure we don't have it all sticking to each other. All right, and so let me show you what we have so far. If you want the full tutorial, I'll have a couple other videos with all the supplies and everything like that. All right, so you can see what we have so far. All right, how beautiful is that? Yes. All right, and so now, and remember we have on the back, we have created a loop, right? So we can hang it if we want. We have glue here. All right, I'm gonna cut this off. All right, and that way we make sure, we're gonna cut off any other Chanel stems or pipe cleaner, we're gonna cut off any other pipe cleaners as well because we don't wanna scratch up anyone's door if let's say we're selling this or giving it to someone. All right, so you can see how beautiful that is. Okay, Adorners, so you can see how beautifully this turned out so far, right? How beautifully this turned out so far. It's gonna be so pretty. We're gonna add our pine cones to this. I have a few more pieces of mesh that I'm gonna add to this, and I'll be right back. Okay, Adorners, so I'm adding this one last crumple to our bottom. I'm gonna do it this way, straight across. How are you today? I hope you're well. As I said, I have a couple other videos that have all the information, all the supplies, everything like that. I'm just doing this really quickly, all right, for you all. All right. And I was so happy that I was blessed to get this mesh. They gave it to me at Joann's because it was from last year or something like that. I was like, oh my God, I'm so blessed. I really needed something so I could do a tutorial on the video. All right, so here's our swag so far. It's pretty just like that. Okay, it's pretty just like that. And then you can just fluff it out a little bit if you want to. All right, and then be careful because this stuff kind of does stick. All right, this Deco Mesh. This Deco Mesh kind of does stick to itself. All right, Adorners, so I've gone ahead and I've added our pick. I've gone ahead and added a pick here to the center of our swag. Now the swag, one of the wonderful things about these swags is that they can be used as a centerpiece as well because they lay flat. All right, they lay flat, or we can place them on our door, okay? All right, to hang. All right, Adorners, so I've gone ahead and added the pick that we have to our swag here. And I'm gonna add a few pine cones. As I said in the previous videos, I picked up a lot of little pine cones all over my park that's nearby. And I'm gonna just add them in different spots to our wreath. All right, and I will be right back. All right, Adorners, so I found some really cute mini pine cones at our local park. And so I'm gonna cut off the Chanel stems here. Gonna just cut them down. It's holding our pick, and I'm gonna hot glue right where my Chanel stem was anyway. And then I am going to add our little mini pine cone. It's got a little groove already. I'm gonna add that right there to cover up that. All right, just add that there to cover it up. And I have a few more pine cones. created a couple clusters. I'm not sure where I want to put these. I'm going to add them to our swag, and then I'll be right back. Okay, Adorner, so I took that cluster that I had apart, and I'm just going to add I'm going to be adding the pine cones to different areas. Please be sure to be careful with your hot glue gun. I have to say that to myself because it really gets hot. Let's see. And remember, if you do, let's say for example that you do burn yourself with or your finger, make sure not to put it in your mouth because you will burn your tongue. Okay. All right. So let me add. I'm gonna go ahead and add these. Have a few. They have a different bottom, but for the presentation, the front is what we need anyway. Okay. You scared me to death. Oh my God! I just found a grasshopper in my bag of pine cones, and it just jumped on me somewhere. I don't know where it went. Scared Coco and I to death. Here it is, hopping around. Okay. That's our excitement for today. It's okay, Cokie. Coco's like, oh my God. Anyway, yeah, so it's flying around. This is what you get when you pick up stuff at the park. Okay, so it's flying somewhere. I'm not sure. So it's flying somewhere. I'm not sure where it went. Let me finish adding the pine cones and I'll be right back. Okay, Adorner, so I've gone ahead. I've added a pick. I've added some pine cones. Probably a grasshopper. Coco is upset. We're finishing. But anyway, this is just so you can see how you make your swag. Okay, this is just so you can see how you can make this really easily, pretty quickly, and it looks beautiful. Like I said, this can also be used as a table centerpiece if you sit it flat on a table. I'm gonna take a couple pictures of it that way as well. We got shenanigans going on here. All right, Adorners, so we're finished up here. As you can see, let me turn off my glue gun. All right, it gets really hot. You wanna be careful with that. All right, we have our wreath and somewhere a grasshopper or some kind of flying creature somewhere around here who is a part of the family now, apparently. Okay, this is what you get when you pick up supplies or pine cones at the local park. Okay, so let me show you our wreath really quickly, our swag. It was laying flat on the table, as you can see, and it can be used as a centerpiece for the table. I'm gonna take a picture of it like that as well. And as you can see, we have it here. It's really full and pretty. This is just one roll of mesh, 10-inch mesh, 18 feet, okay? And you can put this on your door. It'll be beautiful for the fall, for the remainder of the fall. Okay, so if you haven't seen the previous videos, I'm gonna post those with all the supplies and everything like that. And as well, if you would like to, don't forget, if you can support me with my Amazon wish list, okay? I have all kinds of stuff on there. If you'd like to buy some mesh or some cake supplies or anything like that, it's all on there. All right, and what else? I think that's it. I think we've upset ourselves with the grasshopper or whatever. So I think that's gonna be it. As always, thank you for joining me with Adornment with Adrienne. I am your girlfriend or your auntie of lifestyle and decor, and as always, instead of saying goodbye, I say saving hello for another time. Please be sure to click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to click and watch some of the other videos and tutorials and that kind of thing. See you in the next video.